There'll be plenty of people joining. Let me move this over here. I'm going to move this PowerPoint to like full presentation mode, Katrina. So if somebody has questions, you want to stop. If you do have questions, please put them in the Q&A so we can separate those from comments or other things like that. And yeah, KJ, feel free to just interrupt me or pop up with any of those questions. The whole point of this today for us is to really highlight some awesome community-led projects. We're not going to dive too deep into each one. We just want to introduce a select group of some of our favorites. And then really this is about the Remo time afterwards. So we'll do a little how-to on to jump into those Remo rooms, but we're so fortunate that a bunch of the fantastic leaders from across the community I see are in the channel now. So if there's something that tickles your fancy in these projects, we have a table set up where you can go in and meet with someone who helps lead that project. And we're going to try to make sure we leave most of the time for that. So let's jump into it. This is yours, Katrina.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't see the little names at the bottom. So you're gonna have to let me know again.
That's okay.
So hello everyone, welcome. I'm so excited that you guys are here. Like Will said, we really wanted to talk about how there's always so much going on in the Tableau community. I don't know if you've noticed, but it has exploded over the past few years, which is so exciting. And as you can see, Tableau has started doing a data FAM roundup, and as we scroll through this list, there's so much going on, and so we wanted to, like Will said, highlight a few of those activities that you guys can participate in to help grow your community and your skill sets within Tableau.
And while we're all trying to do that, we know everybody has so much going on, and learning about and opening up every single one of these community projects can be pretty overwhelming on top of your work, on top of your family, on top of your personal stuff. So again, our goal here today is to help summarize this down a little bit and help you get some things started, particularly on Tableau Public. And the reason that me and Katrina decided to do this together is I think we realized that we are the ultimate Tableau Public odd couple. I really like unstructured, just find some cool data sets or think of a theme, play with a general Viz type. I like really unstructured and more balanced towards creativity groups. And Katrina, I think yours is a little different.
Yeah, mine is slightly different. I really enjoy the structure of some of these projects where there's a specific goal for me to accomplish and to be able to check off of my to-do list. So, you know, feel free to kind of browse our Tableau Publics as ways to say, hey, we both can succeed within the Tableau world and in the community. We're just doing it in different ways.
So this is a quick list. Again, what we're going to do is we're just going to run through each one of these slides, a quick bit on some of this is not an exhaustive list, of course, of community-led projects. There are so many more out there. If you're thinking of one, you have one in mind, or maybe you want to start one, this is a great place to talk with people afterwards. But again, we just want to introduce all of these, give you a quick one sentence on each one. These are in no particular order. Just kind of how I copied and pasted all the logos in. So KJ, why don't you kick off a quick summary on our first and maybe the most famous community-led project?
So Makeover Monday. Hopefully you guys have heard of this. It is a great project. Like Will said, this is one that is geared more towards creativity. And if I'm looking at like a bar chart or a dashboard that maybe is not so great, how can I make it better? How can I explore the storytelling and the creative side of the visualization world?
Back to Viz Basics is a bi-weekly project, and this is really getting your fundamentals back. It's not just for newbies, but obviously that's a great place for newbies to come in, find new projects, and get started. But if you found, like a lot of people, Katrina and I included, as you get deeper into your Tableau career, you realize that you only use maybe 30% of the tool. This is a great place to go back to your fundamentals and make sure that you have a good foundation of skills.
Workout Wednesday. This one is my favorite. This is literally how I learned how to use Tableau. For Workout Wednesday, a team kind of creates a challenge of how would you make this bar chart? How would you use this specific feature? And it's a really great way to learn the technical side of Tableau and expose yourself to the new releases or to features that maybe you don't quite use every day in your day-to-day jobs.
Preppin Data is all things Tableau prep weekly challenge. There's a huge library. I think it's almost 4 years worth of weekly challenges at this point, where you have a particular challenge or data story or metric that you're trying to get to. Usually there's multiple solutions to one problem, and then there's always a video at the end showing you how the user, which I love because I really need the videos to absorb information. So big fan of Preppin Data. And if Tableau prep is anywhere in your scope of tasks or new tools to learn, this is the best place to start.
Data Fam Con. This is a bring your own data monthly challenge covering pop culture and fandoms. So if you really enjoy, talking Marvel movies or, anything like nerdy, like most of us data nerds, this is for you. This is for you to kind of explore a more fun side of data visualization. Oh, and there's more than.
And yes, we're all. I think it's Dungeons and Dragons right now, and it's like, oh, it's awesome. It's a great stuff in there, and it is BYO data in that one. A lot of these will have data, some of them won't. EduVisors. Oh wow, that's a tough one. That's a monthly project. Again, for educators and students. The next project we're talking about is also for educators. This is a great place if you're a teacher or a student in that case, and you're looking for some kind of material, a data viz to bring into the classroom or bring in as an example. We're all here because we love data visualization and infographics in particular. And I wish that everything I learned through school was in the form of data viz. I'd probably be a lot smarter.
Viz to Educate, again, this is very similar to the last one, but each month create Vizes on global education syllabus topics as resources for teachers worldwide. So this is helping teachers kind of find resources about data or data literacy.
If you feel like jamming out, Data Plus Music is a monthly data visualization project. There are so many great resources on how to get music data in this project. Some Git stuff, how to scrape data from Spotify. And then, generally it's just, if you make anything that has to do with music, it's a great place to submit your work, gain feedback. And everybody has a certain taste in music. And it's so fun to see the diversity in that in our community as well. So that's Data Plus Music.
Games Night Viz. This is going to be a monthly project focusing on using data from your favorite games. So it could be, like recreating famous chess games or looking at, what's the likelihood of rolling a certain dice in Monopoly or some other dice game or Yahtzee or whatever. Any of those things that are going to be kind of game related.
Yahtzee. Iron Quest. If you're ramping up and you've been awe-inspired by Iron Viz, which I was the first time I went, I thought that it was just absolutely amazing. This is a great way to prep and build your skills up to that. There's a themed monthly challenge. This is another kind of BYO data. So many fantastic examples in their library to look through. And it's tremendously well organized as well. So again, if you have a little fever and you think you're ready to get on stage at the next conference, this is a great way to start.
Storytelling with data. This one is really cool because it's another community within the community, I guess. There are so many different principles that we as data viz analysts need to kind of implement to make sure that our data is being told and interpreted in a meaningful and a great way. And this is a really great way to, again, take specific challenges and kind of apply specific concepts and learn why a bar chart is better in this scenario versus a line chart or something like that.
Project Health Viz, any kind of health related data, diseases, general population health, access to healthcare. This is, if you're at all in that space or interested in pandemic related data, particular disease related data, anything related to health, this is a great monthly challenge, and certainly fantastic resources and support by some of the best in the community.
Diversity in data. So this is an initiative that I think is really cool about how can we kind of discuss and highlight and use data to talk about a really important topic of diversity, equity, and awareness, especially with like each month, it seems like there's a specialty for each month. So this is a really, really cool one in my opinion. So definitely recommend checking out diversity in data.
Totally. Sports Viz Sunday. Oh man, this is probably one of the projects I've participated in the most, or at least followed the most. Anything sports related, there's great monthly challenges. This is a great way to collab too. So particularly really fun if you get two people who are like fans of rival teams and you have them make a viz together or things like that. So all those barstool debates that you might have had over the years, this is a place where you can prove them out in data.
Viz for social good. So volunteer to design data visualizations that help nonprofits harness the power of data for social change. So again, this is a really great way to kind of take what we do and the fun that we have with data visualization and put maybe a little more oomph behind it or a little more impact into the world and help people kind of visualize those things that need to change or are important to highlight in our society.
For those aspiring professionals, or if you're looking to add some professional use cases to your portfolio for an interview coming up and you're wondering where can I find some actual business data without needing to spend half of your time redacting it, real world fake data is perfect for that. It's broken up by multiple industries and then some subgroups within there. So if you're looking to make a viz or test something out, this is the best place to start to find that data and also look at other samples from the same data set.
SDG Viz Viz Project. So this is visualizing data about sustainable development goals provided by the World Health Organization. So again, another really great way to kind of help take some things that maybe you or someone in your community is passionate about implementing real world changes. And this can be a great way to help visualize the differences and the ways that we as a community can help grow towards different goals from the World Health Organization.
That's it. So thank you everybody for joining so far. Now we're going to jump into the remote room. We're going to get out of presentation mode here. We've put, Katrina added some labels to the different tables that we have in here. So if there's a particular project you're interested in, or if you happen to lead one of those projects, please double click in there and the conversation will open up and you can chat about anything related to that project or getting started. We also have some general networking tables. So if something sparked an idea for you and you want to start a new one, feel free to do that there. If you just want to say how are you, I'll be on one of those networking tables too. So I'm going to stop sharing.
And I'll also say that we've got multiple levels. So if you're new to Remo, you can go to different floors in there. So if you see a room, for a community thing that you want to talk about, but it's already full, just go to the next floor and there'll be another room for that.
Awesome. All right. I'm stopping presentation mode. Everybody hunt for a room. Thanks again for coming in. If anybody don't see it, wow. I'm looking at the roster right now. There's so many people. Sorry. I'm going to close it down. So I'll stop talking. We'll see you in the rooms.